Today we're going to look at solving polynomial equations. So first let's look at solving by graphing. So solve a polynomial by graphing. I'm going to graph each side of the equation separately. And once you do that, we want to find the x value at the point of intersection. So let's grab our calculators. First step, we want it y equals. Type in the left side, so we have x cubed plus 3x squared. Hit enter. Type in the right side, x plus 3. To do that, I'm going to hit graph. So we graph our two equations, and it looks like we have intersections at 1, 2, 3 points. So in order to get that, let's first find this one. So we want to hit second trace. We want to find the intersection, so number 5. So the first curve, we're on that first equation, and I just want to get closer to that point, hit enter. Now I'm on my second line, hit enter, and then guess. So our first intersection is at a -3. So let's find our second one, second trace, intersection at 5. So I'm going to be on my first equation, but closer to my point. Same with my second one, hit enter. We have an intersection at -1. Let's find our third one, second trace, 5. And an arrow over on my first equation to be closer. Same with my second one. So we have an intersection at a +1. So let's look at the second equation. Y equals, let's clear out both of those. So on the left side, we are at x to the third power minus 2x squared. And we have -3. Hit graph. So first equation, second equation, they only intersect in one place. So where do they intersect at? 5. Here's my first equation, my second. They intersect at a -1. So the third one, y equals, clear out both of these, x to the third power minus 19x, and then we have -2x squared plus 20. Graph those two. So when we look, it looks like there's some intersections we can't see, so let's elongate. So let's hit the window button. We want to elongate our y axis, so let's make it try -20 to a +20. So 1, 2, still can't see that bottom one, so let's make it a little bit longer down there. So let's make it, window -30. One, 2, 3. Now we can see all 3. So second trace, the intersection. Start over here. Enter, second curve. So my first solution is at -5. Let's find our second one. Closer over here. Second curve. Next solution is at a -1. And let's find our third solution. Enter. Third solution is at 4. Alright, when we are solving by factoring, the sum and difference of cubes. So if we have a cubed plus b cubed, it's the same as a plus b times by the quantity of a squared minus a times b plus b squared. Same for the a cubed minus b cubed, except our signs are going to change. So let's take a look at some examples and see how this will work. So really our coefficient in front of our x is a 1, so we have 1 cubed times x cubed minus 8 cubed, or not, sorry, 8 cubed. To find the cube root, we can do math, number 4 for the cube root, and 8, which is 2. So 8 is really 2 cubed. So that means our a value equals x, and our b value equals 2. So when we plug this in, we're using the minus, so right here, our a value is x, minus our b value, which is 2. So a squared, which is x squared, plus a times b, so x times 2 is 2x, and b squared, which is 2 squared, is 4. So let's take a look at the second one. They'll have 1 cubed times x cubed, plus, what's the cube root of 125? Is 5, which is 5 cubed. So a equals 1x, which is just x, and b equals 5. So now we're using the sum. So we're going to have a, which is x, plus b, which is 5, times by the quantity of a squared, so x squared, minus a times b, and a times b is x times 5, which is 5x, plus b squared, so 5 squared is 25. Take a look at this third example. So we already determined that the cube root of 8 was 2, so we have 2 cubed times x cubed, minus the cube root of 1 is just 1. So a equals 2x, and b equals 1. So we're using our difference. So a is 2x, b is 1. A squared, so if we took a, which is 2x, and we square it, it's going to equal 4x squared, because 2 squared is 4, x squared is x squared. So we have 4x squared, plus a times b, so 2x times 1 is 2x. Then b squared, which is 1 squared, so it's 1.